media. Today we are talking about the Bengal political violence that is still continuing. Sajidur and Lily were among the 8 burned alive in West Bengal political violence. They got married in January. Reports say Sajidur called one of his friends seeking help after unidentified person set his home on fire on Tuesday night at Bagtui village. The arson attack is being viewed as a retaliation following the murder of the TMC Panchayat level leader. TMC leader Bhadu Sheikh died after assailants hurled bombs at him on Monday night. Sajidur and Lily had come to Bagtui from Nanur village of the same Birbhum district. Lily was from Bagtui. Sajidur's phone perhaps was his last contact with the outside world. His body was among 8 charred in the arson. Bagtui incident is the latest in the long history of the political violence in Bengal. One of the biggest incidents of political violence happened in Nunur, Sajidur's village in July 2000. Well, it was a bloody clash between the supporters of the Communist Party of the India Marxist and the then running ruling party and those of the Trinamool Congress, a fledgling political outfit launched by Mamata Banerjee after she parted ways with the Congress a couple of years ago. The CPI-M workers were accused of attacking 11 farm laborers, all claimed TMC supporters while they were working in a field. That piece of land was disputed between 2 parties, one of which aligned with the CPI-M. Now here is politics through murders. Bengal has been a threat of political violence for long. In its heyday, the Naxalite movement was the principal reason for political violence. But the Naxalite activists were outlawed. The current streak of the political violence began in 1990s when there would be frequent clashes between the ruling CPI-M, cadres and the Congress workers. In one of the incidents, Mamata Banerjee, now the West Bengal Chief Minister and the TMC chairperson, suffered serious injuries in July 1993 as she led a march of the Youth Congress in Writers Building, the seat of power in Kolkata. 14 people were killed in the police firing. Mamata Banerjee spent a few weeks in hospital receiving treatment for injuries. Now here we have more information on the CPI-M versus TMC. When Mamata Banerjee founded TMC and the Congress weakened subsequently, political clashes became frequent between the CPI-M cadre and her party workers and supporters. In January 2001, the CPI-M cadres allegedly targeted a meeting of the rival outfits, including the TMC. 11 people were killed in that incident. Nandigram in the Medinipur became the epicenter of the political violence in 2007, when 14 people died in clashes between the CPI-M and the TMC supporters. Well, this violence propelled Mamata Banerjee to the center of the Bengal's opposition politics. The rise of Mamata Banerjee saw more frequent political clashes in Bengal. 14 people were killed in West Medinipur in January 2011 as West Bengal headed to the assembly polls. Months later, her campaign brought down about 35-year rule of the CPI-M in Bengal. Well, how many people died in the political violence during the left front is difficult to ascertain due to the contrasting claims. But the recorded number are very, very high. In 1997, a statement by then Chief Minister Buddhadev Bhattacharjee put the number of political murders between 1977 and 1996 at 28,000 in Bengal. A year before the left rule ended, weekly paper Mainstream put the number of the political murders between 1977 and 2009 at 55,000. Well, now here is the new violence cycle. Now with Mamata Banerjee in her 3rd term as Chief Minister, the Bengal political violence sees clashes between the TMC and the Bharatiya Janata Party supporters. According to the National Crime Record Bureau report for the 2019, Bengal topped the list of states in political murders. In August 2021, a Union Home Ministry reply to a query in Parliament reiterated that Bengal counted for the highest number of political murders at 18. However, the TMC's principal rival in Bengal, the BJP, places the number of political murders much higher. In 2019, the BJP claimed more than 100 workers were killed in political violence in Bengal. Well, during the campaign for the 2021 West Bengal Assembly election, Union Home Minister Amit Shah said more than 300 BJP workers were killed in the state. He blamed the TMC for these alleged political murders. Former Bengal BJP President Dilip Ghosh last year alleged that 37 party workers were killed during the assembly election in Bengal. The TMC, on the other hand, maintains that it had no hand in the alleged murders of the BJP workers. The party leaders instead accused the BJP of the political violence in Bengal resulting in the death of its workers. The two parties traded charges earlier this year when a BJP worker was found hanging from the bamboo post in the Alipurduar district. Birbhum arson killing 8 people who possibly died either of burning or suffocation inhaling an unbearable quantity of smoke lengthens the streak of political violence in West Bengal. And it remains a challenge to Mamata Banerjee, who rose to the pinnacle of the state politics fighting political violence. Well, stay with us. We'll bring you such more important topics to talk upon. This is Aparna Sundar reporting for iScope Media.